Hey y'all, my name is Jalen and this is Art in Color, a channel where I talk about contemporary artists of color for the most part. This week we are going to be talking about the artist Calida Rawles, who creates amazing, gorgeous portraits of black people submerged and floating in water. Before we get into it, please subscribe to this channel so you can get notified every single time I post a video. It's great for me, it's great for you. Okay, now on to the art. Calida Rawles is an American artist living and working out of Los Angeles. Rawles is a Spelman graduate and earned her MA in painting from New York University. For about 2 decades, she sold paintings directly out of her studio, which was most recently a 700 square foot space in Inglewood's Beacon Arts building. Rawles worked primarily through her 30s as a graphic designer, but in 2015, she turned her full attention to painting scenes of water. Calida Rawles has cited the relationship between water, memory, and black trauma as central to her practice. Rawles' parents and grandparents never learned to swim, and she herself only learned to swim as an adult. Drawn to the quiet she found beneath the surface, she began inviting models to her studio, where she photographs them swimming for later reference. She often takes around 400 photos per session and features subjects of all ages. During an Art News interview, she noted, "Most of my subjects don't know how to swim very well. I learned quickly that there is a difference between swimming and not drowning. I assess what they can do, and sometimes, if someone is very afraid, I'll spend a half hour holding them, teaching them to relax their hips, tilt their head back, and float." Rawles' works came to her through research on the Middle Passage, the triangular trade route through which enslaved Africans were brutally transported across the Atlantic, oftentimes many of them losing their lives to sickness, drowning, and abuse on the journey. Her work is also informed by research on Jim Crow-era segregationist laws, which relegated Black Americans to smaller, less appealing sections of pools or beaches, or outright barred them entering certain bodies of water. Rawles' works have a cinematic quality that draws the viewer in for close looking. The gentle movement has both a hyper-realistic quality and abstraction with her use of light and shadow in water. Rawles says of her work, "I'm trying to capture the figure in a pause, in the split seconds that your eye can't always pick up, which is really intimate." Personally, viewing Rawles' work reminds me of Barry Jenkins' film Moonlight, in which water is utilized as a significant visual element, a sort of contrast to the dark brown skin of the black people featured within the film. In her work, The Space in Which We Travel, 2 girls in white dresses grasp each other's hands. They seem to be engaging in a kind of dance together, their eyes closed in underwater movement. Rawles has stated that she is also interested in the ways Black women and girls in particular are robbed of their selfhood. Through this work, she is enabling a visual selfhood, a lightness. The girls are free, floating through space. Calida Rawles' first solo exhibition, which was at various small fires in Los Angeles, sold out before its opening night. She has had work in the permanent collections of spaces such as the Los Angeles County Museum of Art, the Dallas Museum of Art, and the Studio Museum in Harlem. She has also had her work shown in spaces such as the Norton Museum and the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. As always, I'll provide some links below in the description so you can learn more about her work on your own. And the question of the day is, can you think of any artists who incorporate water into their practice? This can be a painter, a photographer, a sculptor, someone who is utilizing water in an interesting way. Please leave your comments below and we can all talk about it and discuss, and it'll be super cool. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you learned something new, share it with a friend. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, goodbye!